Wow. Peter Obi owns up, agrees to surrender to Osibajo as president-elect instead of Tinubu. Hey, my people, yes, so I said it that gradually, they will both concur to the interim government. Um, some persons are already growing anger. They are already growing anger and paranoid that interim cannot come in not when there is a president elected already to take over as Nigerian president. It's not all about that, my dear listener. We are talking about the future here. We're talking about the future of Nigeria. When we want to go out to exercise our franchise, it was said that you are going there to give out your future. Whatever you cast your future with. You understand now? If you cast your vote, at the expense of bribing and corruption, I tell you, you will live the whole 4 years with bribery and corruption. But if you say no to that, I'm assuring you that you are going to experience a better life, because the person that is going to come into power is going to do something very awesome that will favor you. You understand? And that is why you were asked to go out and vote. Now, because of the crisis now, Peter Obi have sat and thought of it and said, okay, since the case is still in court, it is better interim comes and take over. He succumbed. He agreed. Yes, I'm ready. I'm owning up. Interim can come in and take over, pending when I am done with Tinubu in court. Let's check the content, my dear listeners. This is Evening News. The Labour Party has said it was confident that Nigerians wouldn't be intimidated into abandoning their legitimate legal right to seek judicial redress to reclaim their mandate, which was freely given to the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, which was brazenly stolen. Chief spokesperson of the Labour Party, Dr. Yunusa Tanko, said this in response to an alarm raised by the Department of State Service in Abuja yesterday. The DSS alleged that some politicians were plotting to derail democracy through demonstration and obtaining frivolous court injunction to stop the inauguration of the president-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. UNISA said, "We are certain that Nigerians who want to take back their country will not be intimidated or blackmailed into abandoning a legitimate cause. As a party, we have submitted ourselves to pursuing the cause of justice through constitutional means. It will not serve as the interest of democracy collapses in Nigeria. We would like to ask, where was the DSS when our members and other Nigerians were being attacked, maimed and killed, especially in Lagos? Where was the DSS when MC Oluomo and his ilk were engaged in ethnic profiling and violence against Nigerians of a certain ethnic nationality over the democratic choices? We needed the DSS to step up its game then, but it failed. If it had done what it was supposed to, our nation wouldn't have been better for it. Now that Nigerians have decided to follow laid down democratic procedure of drawing attention to injustice, warnings and threats have been issued. The DSS ought to have issued this warning from the beginning to show Nigerians that this country belongs to all of us and not the personal firedom of an individual or a group. We urge the DSS to send these words of caution to those bigots who are pushing this country to the brink of disaster with their utterances and violent conduct against other peace-loving Nigerians who do not subscribe to their political views or speak their language. At this juncture, the president and aspirant of Labour Party, Peter Obi, have succumbed to the decision of the federal government, saying it is better an interim comes in and take over than allowing Tinubu to take over. It's going to be disastrous. It's going to be painful and also an abuse. Having someone like Tinubu in office, Nigerians will not tolerate that because a lot will be destroyed. Right? Peter Obi says. Omo, Tinubu don't finish. Hey, I no fit shout, my people. No be small thing. You see, I fear when I hear this when I got this very information. Peter Obi succumbed to the decision of allowing the interim government to take over instead of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yes. See, let me tell you something. I want to cast your mind back to when, and during this period when President Mubarak traveled for 30 days. Yes, I think is it 30 days? 60 days to London for his medical checkup. You know, that was the period when everybody was believing that the president is dead. You know, within that 2 months, what did you see? What was your observation? Didn't you see that there was a little change and a little shift in the demand curve of the Nigerian economy? The demand curve took a positive slope, a positive move, a straight slope. You know, there was a positive shift of the demand curve, of which the Nigerian economy began to achieve, development, began to achieve favorable balance of payments. Exports began to exceed imports. You understand now? Then, there we started experiencing a favorable balance of payments. The economy, the GDP began to appreciate to the extent that the export began to exceed the import. My dear listeners, I tell you that very period, the Nigerian economy experienced at least a positive shift, and it began to be appreciated. You understand? But the moment President Mubarak came back, he took everything back to the way it used to be, and there was now a complete fall of the demand curve. Oh my God, the economy returned back to square one. So if someone like Osibajo comes into power, I think there will be hope for Nigeria. Yes. So that is why I think the interim would have even be better compared to someone like Tinubu. You understand? Let us reason now. Let's think about it. Let's think about it. This is not. Let us not add tribalism or religionalism or whatever in things that has to do with our future. Do you understand? And I just said so. My people, let's quickly hear from you. Let's know what your take, what's your opinion, what's your advice, and what you think on this very matter. Don't forget to leave them below the comment section. Click on the subscription buttons as well as the bell buttons to get updated each time we upload any new videos. Thank you.